Hello and welcome. If you've been wondering the reason behind the greener breeze, we have the answer. It's World Environment Day and we will tell you how the day was spent and much more as you're watching News Tonight with me, Linda Hercules. But first, as usual, it's the top headline. Doctor strike in Tamil Nadu intensifies as it claims the lives of 6 people. A bipartisan committee chose the Chief Election Commissioner. Karunanidhi agrees with L.K. Advani on transparency for constitutional posts. Pudukkottai remains the hub of political activities. Booth slips distributed ahead of by-polls. The group of ministers expected to take a final call on key issues of 2G spectrum auction like pricing soon. The parliamentary panel on 2G may not call P. Chidambaram as a witness. Chairman says if they do, then they will have to call the NDA ministers. BJP's internal crisis on display again as posters praising Sanjay Joshi upsets Gujarat Chief Minister. Ex-MP Pradeep Gandhi, who gate crashed into Sachin Sood taking ceremony, raises questions. Given a choice between Gambhir and Dhoni, it's Dhoni for team captain, says Ashwin. On World Environment Day, political leaders urge the government to ban the use of plastics. News in detail. P. Chidambaram and A. Raja are unlikely to be asked to appear before a parliamentary committee that's handling a post-mortem of the telecom scam. P.G. Chacko, who was of Congress, who chairs the committee, has said that if Chidambaram or Raja are summoned, ministers who served in the NDA when it was in power will also have to testify to the Joint Parliamentary Committee. A final decision on the summons will be taken next week at the JPC's meeting.
So December means another 6 months. We want to finish up. We are almost entering the final phase of our committee. We got the last extension up to December. So December means another 6 months. We want to finish our work of examining the witnesses and other things in 3 months' time. Then to make the draft, and we need minimum 3 months' time for the discussion of the draft and finalization. So by the 3rd week of December, when this winter session will be over, we'll be submitting the report. That way we are entering the final phase of it. Because we have examined almost all the important witnesses, like the former Secretary of the Telecom, former Chairman of the TRAI, CNDG, CBI, Law Ministry, Finance Ministry, all these important people came before the committee. That way we have enough information to draft our report. And if the committee finds it necessary to call some more people, we will discuss that. On the 12th of this month, we have a meeting. That is our internal discussion. We will be finalizing our list of witnesses. A long list of witnesses are before us because these are all the names suggested by the honourable members of the committee. But they themselves may not be feeling that it is necessary to call many of the names which they have suggested. So whether it is necessary, we call people before the committee when we want to hear from them directly to come to a conclusion. And also when we have the files in which decisions are taken, when it is available to us, it may not be necessary to call people who took decisions if the files are available with us. But we are with an open mind, and many of the senior members were not available today. So on the 12th of this month, we will finally come to a conclusion. And our approach is to minimize the number of people to come before, because then only we
So when you say minimize, will people like Mr. A. Raja and Mr. P. Chidambaram be called?
No, we are with an open mind. I don't know whether it is necessary to call X or Y, which I cannot say, because whoever we are calling is a collective decision of the committee. So personally, I have no opinion about calling X or Y. So we will place this entire long list before the committee, and in our internal discussion we will decide whether it is necessary to call ministers or former ministers. These are all basically an issue we have to decide before we go to the names.
House surgeons are on strike for the second day across Tamil Nadu, which has claimed the lives of 6 people. The house surgeons have said that they will continue with their agitation until the government takes action against the defaulters. Doctors have been protesting since Saturday after a group of lawyers allegedly manhandled a doctor who had insisted that the visitors leave the ward where the patient was being treated.
The other side, convey to and be sensitive to every situation. Handling of
போராட்டத்தை ஒரு முடி கொண்டு வரணும்னு சொல்லி தான் நான் திருச்சிக்கு வந்து இங்கே இருக்கிற ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸையும் இங்கே இருக்கிற தமிழ்நாடு அரசு டாக்டர் சங்கத்தோட நிர்வாகிகளையும் சந்தித்து பேசினேன். முழுவதுமாக நான் பேசணுன்னா இப்போதைக்கு அதுக்கு சரியான கால நேரம் இல்லை. ஆகவே 12ஆம் தேதி நான் அங்கே போனதுக்கு பிறகு, சென்னையில் போன பிறகு அவருடைய கோரிக்கையெல்லாம் முழுவதுமாக என்னன்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு அதுக்கான எல்லா அப்ரிஷியேஷன் கூட வச்சுட்டு அந்த நடவடிக்கை என்ன எடுக்க போகிறேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அம்மா கிட்ட சொல்லிவிட்டு அதுக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி நம்ம நடவடிக்கை எடுக்கணும்.
Over to the Pudukkottai by-elections, election officials have started distributing booth slips in the constituency. The by-polls have been scheduled for the 12th of June. AIADMK's Karthik Thondaiman and DMDK's Zakir Hussain, along with 20 other candidates, are contesting the by-polls. On a parallel note, the Election Commission has sent notice to the AIADMK and DMDK candidates following complaints by rival parties that the candidates have been spending much more than the stipulated amount fixed by the EC. In fresh allegations into the Mullai Periyar Dam row, Tamil Nadu government has alleged that the Kerala government isn't allowing cement sacks sent by Tamil Nadu to fill the holes around the dam with intentions to hinder the process. Mullai Periyar Special Cell Chairman M.K. Parameshwaran Nair has said that Tamil Nadu was trying to strengthen the dam on the pretext of filling the boreholes drilled for analyzing the samples of the materials used for the construction of the dam, as per the direction of the Supreme Court appointed empowered committee. The Madras High Court has issued a notice to the Tamil Nadu government and asked it to file a reply within 2 weeks in the case regarding banning of three-wheeler share autos in the city. Social activist Traffic Ramasamy had filed a PIL saying that the share autos that have the capacity of carrying 3 or 4 people at times carry even 10. And when accidents occur, proper compensation isn't given to the victims.
Today, the Abhay auto run by diesel, which is carrying 10 persons at a time, should be banned because from 2007 no new permits have been issued, and the old permits, they are not even replaced the vehicle for the past 5 years. In that situation, several deaths are happening. Recently in Vellore, 7 people have died, and compensation are not properly given to the fatal people. That's why I requested the Honorable Court to ban the vehicles, and government requested 2 weeks time to file the counter.
On a wider look, BJP leader L.K. Advani received some unexpected support from M. Karunanidhi, who is a senior partner in the UPA government. The DMK chief said that he agrees with Advani's suggestion that the country's chief election commissioner should be selected by a committee. Over the weekend, Advani had written to the Prime Minister stating that the present system, whereby members to the election commission are appointed by the President solely on the advice of the Prime Minister, does not evoke confidence among the people. The event of Sachin's oath-taking as Rajya Sabha member had its own share of controversies. Pradeep Gandhi, an ex-member of parliament from Chhattisgarh, was standing next to Sachin during the photo op after the cricketer took oath in the Rajya Sabha chairman Hamid Ansari's chamber. Gandhi was among the 10 MPs who were expelled from parliament and BJP after the cash for query controversy in 2005. Gandhi's presence without permission has raised questions on how he managed to get in, as according to protocol, prior appointment is needed for a member to be present in the chairman's chamber. Sources in the Rajya Sabha Secretariat said that the leader was not invited. When asked, Gandhi told NDTV that he was an ex-MP and cannot be stopped from entering the parliament premises. Sachin meanwhile said that he had no idea who the MP was. The dissent within the BJP in Gujarat against Narendra Modi is a new stress test for the party as the state votes for its next government later this year. Signs of the chasm within the BJP were on display today as posters appeared across Ahmedabad praising Sanjay Joshi, who has incurred Modi's wrath. Modi, one of BJP's tallest leaders, has been attacked for being autocratic by other prominent BJP leaders, rallied together by his old rival and former Chief Minister Keshubhai Patel. Dimple Yadav, the wife of Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav, filed her nomination for the Lok Sabha by-election from Kannauj, where the Congress has decided not to put any candidate. Accompanied by her husband, 35-year-old Dimple, who suffered a humiliating defeat at the hands of Congress's Raja Babar in the by-elections for the Firozabad parliamentary seat in 2009, filed the papers before the returning officer. The Kannauj by-elections, being held on the 24th of June, has been necessitated following the resignation of Akhilesh Yadav after his election to the Legislative Council.
...2009 के लोकसभा चुनाव में फिरोजाबाद चुनाव हम लड़े थे, कांग्रेस पार्टी लड़ी थी, और कन्नौज में हमने सीट छोड़ी थी अखिलेश जी के लिए और मुलायम सिंह जी के लिए भी सीट छोड़ी थी। अब कन्नौज का उपचुनाव जो होने जा रहा है, उस उपचुनाव में हम चुनाव नहीं लड़ेंगे और जो हमने 2009 में सीट छोड़ी थी उसी के अनुसार हम लोग इसको उसी रास्ते पे कायम हैं।
BJP's Ravi Shankar Prasad has hit back at Sonia Gandhi and the Prime Minister after allegations of a conspiracy. Yesterday, Sonia Gandhi in the CWC meet had said that there was an opposition conspiracy against the Prime Minister.
In spite of as many as 40 plus congressmen conveying their deep concern about the image of this government because of price rise and rampant corruption, Dr. Manmohan Singh and Srimati Sonia Gandhi both tried to run away from the stark reality. Sonia ji, Dr. Manmohan Singh ji, बहुत विनम्रता से आपको बताना है कि ये 2012 का भारत है. It is a change India. Come on, learn to face the reality. Madam Sonia Gandhi kindly suggests to us, directly under the chair of the Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, some of the worst scams since independence happen with alarming regularity. Should we felicitate him as the principal opposition? That's what you expect from us? Sorry, if that is what you want us to do, we are not at all ready for that.
In a major embarrassment for the Congress, allied Trinamool Congress seemed to question Prime Minister Manmohan Singh's alleged role in the coal block allocation case. Trinamool Congress leader Kalyan Banerjee, who heads the Parliamentary Committee on Coal and Steel, indirectly questioned the Prime Minister's decision on coal block allocation, saying that the allocations should have been made through Coal India and state-owned companies. More news on the other side of the break. Stay with us.